Welcome back. Texas is being impacted in a big way by a new ruling on Obamacare.
And you will never believe what car Consumer Reports says to buy instead of a German luxury vehicle. Jane King is live at the NASDAQ with those stories and much more. Good morning, Jane.
Hello, Michael, Leslie. Good morning to you. Well, a federal appeals court dealt a serious setback to President Obama's health care law. Now, in particular, the part of the law that provides subsidies to low and middle income people so they can buy health insurance. Now, the court says those subsidies are illegal. And if the ruling stands, Texans who get health care subsidies would pay 75% more in premiums next year. That's according to analysts. Now, Texas and 35 other states would be impacted by this ruling. Well, Consumer Reports says skip the BMW, buy a Buick instead. What? The influential magazine says the much cheaper 2014 Buick Regal is about as good as the BMW 328. The Mercedes-Benz C250 also. Now, the publication's director says the Regal is a thoroughly developed mid-size sports sedan that rivals the German sports cars. And apps, speaking of apps here today, Starbucks testing mobile app ordering. Now, this way you can order your coffee and then you can pick it up, so no waiting in line. They're testing it out in some cities first to work out all the kinks before launching it nationwide. And Apple's iPhone is still a hot seller, but people pretty much stopped buying the iPad in the recent quarter, and that's the real story. And what was otherwise kind of a snoozer of a profit report from Apple, they did not mention anything about an iWatch or an iPhone 6 down the pike. Okay, a dose of healthy earnings did give stocks some extra energy yesterday. The food companies, Chipotle Mexican Grill, Domino's Pizza were especially strong. So today, of course, we'll watch Apple. After that report, we hear from Facebook after the closing bell. So just a jam-packed week full of tech earnings especially. Live from the NASDAQ market site in Times Square, I'm Jane King with your morning business report. Michael, Leslie, back to you.
So, Jane, what is this that golf is not as popular these days, and as a direct result of that, that's causing some layoffs?
Golf is struggling, and we have seen it over and over again. A lot of golf courses are having trouble staying in business, and here's the latest sign. Dick's Sporting Goods laying off 400 in its golf division. Now, the Wall Street Journal says the PGA of America had golfers employed by Dick's to offer in-store private lessons. But more and more golfers are leaving the sport. We really started seeing this during the recession, and they just haven't gone back to golfing yet. Michael, Leslie?
It's an expensive sport. You really have to be committed to it. And I know a lot of people are, including the one I'm sitting next to, Jane.
And a frustrating sport. I might walk away just because my game is so bad.
Have a great day, Jane.
Thanks, Jane.
We'll see you back here tomorrow.
All right, now a consumer alert just in overnight. The IRS says that scammers are now tricking people out of millions of dollars in past due tax scams. Tax scam, that is. The scammers reportedly call people and tell them they filed their taxes incorrectly and they owe the government money. An IRS official says before the IRS ever contacts you over the phone, they send multiple notices in the mail and they never threaten to arrest people. Now, if you get a call like this and suspect it's a scam, experts say you should hang up and then call police.
There's some good news from the housing market to report today. The National Association of Realtors now says that sales of previously owned homes increased 2.6% in June. Now, that's the third straight monthly increase and the highest level in 8 months. And the price wars are on at retailers across the country as children get ready to head back to school, and that could mean big savings for you. Right now, Walmart is cutting prices on 10% more school supplies than last year. And the retailer says it has more than 300 back-to-school items that will have so-called rollbacks or discounts. The company is also increasing the number of back-to-school products sold on its website by 30%.